Sure. I'll try to make this as quick as possible. It's gonna be a monster. I got this lovely book, Study of Household Spirits from Roger, and I've been reading up on some of them.
I
This
believe
one's
your
kind of
gift
fun.
said the radar. We all got a mysterious gift from the radar. I got something sexual.
Oh, I thought it said Werewolf Roger.
No. I would never buy either of you a gift.
But this is the Hovanets. Every chapter has a little subtitle. This one is "The Devil Always Takes Back His Gifts." This is a little greed demon you can get inside your house if you want to help make you wealthy. Some say the Hovanet has its origins in ancestor worship, the way the Domovi does. I'm just going to go over some of these other names, but except you have to create this Ukrainian household spirit in order for it to become a giver of wealth.
Okay.
Like kind of like a crafting, like a Lego. Like I can put whatever head I want on it.
I got a magnificent chalice from the radar, by the way.
It's glorious.
Here are the ways you can get one for your house. One, purchase from a sorcerer. One method, perhaps
every
easiest.
sorcerer will have one. Open a phone book.
Well, it actually gives you instructions about where specifically you can find a sorcerer in Ukraine who has one of these you can buy.
Awesome.
It's easiest to buy one from a quote person with knowledge, which refers to a sorcerer, witch, or anyone who possesses supernatural powers. Those who have created the spirit say you can purchase one at a certain stall in the Ukrainian town of Lviv. There you'll see two crosses on the wall, one real and the other painted. Hit the real one and kiss the painted one. This means the mocking of the cross is a way of renouncing Christ and Holy Mother. It also tells the shopkeeper what you're there for, and he'll give you a Hovanets in exchange for whatever price he's set for the demon. Beware, although you're buying this demon, you're also selling your soul to the devil, and he'll collect when you die.
Well, I mean, what else am I going to do with my soul when I die? Enjoy a heaven? Not after what I've done.
I mean, I could just get an Alexa.
Yeah.
But I guess in a way, that's signing a contract with a different demon.
Yeah. Demons everywhere.
The egg ritual is another method. The most common method, in fact, to create a Hovanets involves placing an egg in your left armpit and keeping it warm there for 9 days or even 9 weeks until it hatches.
God.
It has to remain there for the full time or the ritual will be incomplete.
Like just an egg from my fridge, or does it got to be a farm egg?
It's got to be a specific egg.
Well, we can't.
Some people say you can perform the ritual anytime. Others say it must be completed on Easter. The egg has to be a deformed, malformed, or immature egg called a cock's egg or znoska.
Yep, I know which type of egg.
Several possibilities.
Follow me to the cave, boys.
Yeah, there's a couple of those in the fridge.
They eat them in different cultures and whatnot. I forgot what the Thai one is, but it's featured on Destination Truth, and it's
I know there's
a fermented egg.
I think there's a Vietnamese treat called a balut, which is a duck egg.
Yeah, there's all sorts of eggs. I hear the beak is unique to eat.
All right, I imagine
just for you food travelers out there.
Werewolf foodie. It can be the first egg a young hen lays, the last egg an old hen lays, or an egg that a rooster or black hen has struck in some manner. It works best if the egg is from a black hen. That should be simple enough to find. Other possibilities are more difficult to determine. You can use an egg that has no yolk, is all yolk, or has double yolk. If you go this route, you'll likely have to attempt this ritual many times before you find one that meets the criteria. However, if you get an you won't know until you've hatched your Hovanet.
Okay. This is like shining. This is like a hatching shiny Pokemon.
Right.
If you get an egg from a hen that crows like a rooster, you'll have no trouble, since a chort or devil possesses those birds. Perhaps this is why it's so difficult to create this being. Yeah, or chort.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps. But a devil of some kind gets inside, and that's why the hen crows like a rooster.
All right.
Before you incubate your egg under your armpit, you should smear it with human ashes and wrap it in a piece of cloth. While you have the egg snug in your armpit, you have to follow several restrictions in order for the ritual to be successful. You can't be baptized, pray, go to church, or even look at icons. That should be obvious since you're hatching a devil.
Boo, that's not fair. I was baptized as a baby. I had no choice.
I love looking at icons.
He likes looking at icons.
Look, you can't just do it while you're doing the hatching. So, don't get baptized the second time. You'll be fine. Praying is certain to counteract the evil growing inside the egg. You can't bathe or cut your fingernails or toenails. You can't even talk, walk, or scratch. Your little demon might not be disturbed in any manner while he's incubating. 9 days pass and the happy event takes place. If you followed the belief that you have to hatch this monster on Easter, then the final day is time to go to church. When the priest says Christ is risen, you have to quietly say 3 times, and mine is resurrected.
Oh, scary.
At that moment, the Hovanets will crawl out of the egg. Congratulations, you have a new bundle of joy who's going to make you rich.
A new bundle of joy with the feet of a cloven beast and the teeth of a dragon.
Teeth of a dragon and the heart of a sweetie pie.
Could you imagine just talking to someone and an egg falls out from the left side of their shirt?
Damn it!
So that was supposed to be in for 9 more weeks. You might find a wealth-bringing Hovanets that's already been hatched. If you're fortunate, it'll appear in the form of a wet chicken or chick after a heavy rain shower. You create a blagonish in a slightly different manner, put a black rooster under a cup used for measuring wheat. Blagonish, it's like a less evil form of this thing.
Okay.
They're both wealth monsters that live inside your house.
Blagonich.
Now here's the third option. You can also create a Hovanets from a stillborn or aborted infant, or from a child who was murdered or died before being baptized.
Okay, well that makes sense then.
Yeah, get your stillborn kid underneath the house and
go out to the shed, get your stillborn kid, and get to work.
It was a common belief that the souls of these children became dangerous demons. Such children turned into an evil being because they were unable to cross over to the spirit realm because they were impure or unholy, and they continued to roam the earthly realm. Beside being buried under your house, as you learned was a common practice, murdered, unbaptized children were buried at boundary lines or at crossroads, both unholy places. So you've already maybe got a stillborn baby buried underneath your house. It's just common knowledge. If not, you can get one at a boundary line or crossroad. Unholy dead children were also buried under the roots of a tree or within a tree's hollow. There's a saying that if lightning strikes a dead tree, a dead baby is certain to be buried beneath there.
I've heard that.
Let's put that to test.
It is believed that the spirits of these children did not want to become a guardian of their own home, and so they were buried away from the house. A magical ritual using an abnormal egg, the same type as the egg used in creating a Hovanets, was performed when burying one of these children. A non-family member would carry an egg under his left arm when they went up to the edge of the village. Once there, they'd cut down a sverbish, or it's a bush of some type, wrap the egg up in it and set it on fire under the dead tree where the child was buried. So I think the big thing to know is that if there is a baby buried underneath your house, you already have a demon inside of it. It just hasn't shown up yet.
This is true. This seems to be true, unfortunately.
There's also a fun little like sidebars. This one says, "Did you know The soul of an unbaptized child becomes a demon for 7 years. To keep it occupied, families give the demon child a chain, a brush, and a rake.
Yikes, a little hellish Clippy.
Just keep it. Listen, it's going to suck. But for 7 years, just give it something to do. Keep it occupied. Keep its hands busy. You'll be fine.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yeah. Let's jump towards the end of this. Creating a Hovanets from a stillborn or other unholy dead child takes several years, although in some regions the time to wait could be as little as 7 days or 7 months. For this method to work, however, no one can know about the deceased infant except the mother. Since the child was not born alive, you can't baptize him. The unholy dead is ripe for you to make into your wealth-bringing servant. Bury the poor soul under the threshold of your home or dig a hole in the basement. When 7 years pass, the infant spirit will ask you, his mother, to baptize him. If you have compassion, you will. If, however, greed takes over, you'll say, no, you'll be a Hovanets. Your dead child now must serve you until you die.
Whoa.
When they say serve you, they mean like literally just picking shit up around the house, doing the dishes, that sort of thing. And then occasionally robbing all of your neighbors.
A kid that listens for once.
This really is a case of when life gives you lemons, but in this case, when life gives you a dead child,
make a deader child.
Make a, what is it called? A Hovanets?
Hovanets. Yeah,
scary.
But yeah, there's they can do a lot of stuff for you. It's just that, you know, they also, you might have to make a several.
They do it while shrieking, I'd imagine.
And because sometimes while it's doing it, when it says gather wealth for you, it literally means go somewhere, get wealth and bring it home.
Okay. It's not like generating wealth.
No, you sometimes need to, well, it also generates some luck, and it does work around the house, which frees up your time to generate your own
Can
wealth.
it shake the cups, Nate?
Well, that's the thing. That's why you might want to make several of them, because they can become a little Hovanets gang.
Yikes.
You can be a Diablo 2 necromancer.
The things you would
this crazy Fagin person.
The things that you would have to have committed, the atrocities.
Anyway, that's the short version of the Hovanets, one of the many household spirits of Eastern Europe, and specifically the Ukraine. Make one yourself today.
Perhaps this is what the Ukraine
Monstroko brand street urchin.
Perhaps this is what the Ukraine can do to stop Russian aggression.
Maybe they can make an army of
a big part of it.
Undead ghoul boys.
Yeah.
And ghoul
They'll
girls.
run the tanks. Mm-hmm. They'll hold the machine guns.
Until it's time for ghoul again.
Yeah, then they got to go to ghoul. Yeah, ghoul kids got to go to ghoul.
Eventually they do start doing a bunch of crazy demonic magic and stuff that, you know, supposed to come back on you.
There's a real cool kid on the other side of town.
Well, let's wrap up this episode with my segment.